Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I'm Steve Shaw. In this video, I'm going to answer the question, do you need to get stronger to get bigger? Before I get into that topic, if you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. The best topic ideas I turn into videos just like this. All right, so over the years, and I've been doing this many years, you know, I'm old AF, right? I've been doing this many years. I've been known to just tell people to stop overthinking and get stronger. So when you do this, sometimes you're misunderstood a little bit, but at the end of the day, strength isn't the only thing. We don't just recklessly ego lift. There are other variables involved, but getting a lot stronger than you are now is the driving variable behind everything, and I'm going to explain that in just a second. But when I make comments like just get stronger, usually what I'm dealing with is somebody that's overthinking something like, do I need to wear yellow underwear on Tuesday when I'm doing pause squats and then red underwear the following week when I do just overthinking, I'm using hyperbole, right? But people that are way overthinking stuff, but that are still relatively weak. And at some point, you just need to look in the mirror and say, self, shut the fuck up and just get stronger, right? Because you're weak and all the overthinking in the world isn't going to help you right now. So just get stronger. So let's talk about some things. There are people in the industry you come across that kind of diminish the importance of strength, the importance of progressive overload. And I was just reading a blog post from Dr. Brad Schoenfeld this morning, and it kind of reminded me of a few things that I wanted to stress in this video. I've been doing this for a long time, and I've interviewed everybody from Frank Zane, who was a mind-muscle connection type of guy, to you name it. And I want to set the foundation here. Every one of these guys is strong. Every one of these guys is stronger than the average person that's struggling to build muscle. You need to understand that foundation. Frank Zane is, when I interviewed Frank, he talked about practicing the odd lifts, which back in the day were the power lifts, right? That's what they called them before, the power lifts, the odd lifts. And Frank had a very reasonable, respectable squat and deadlift or whatever. I can't really remember. You got guys like Ryan Humiston, who is kind of like my Lex Luthor, right? Just focused on all this 8,000 exercises and feely stuff, and I'm not bashing on in this video. But if you look, Ryan has videos 8-10 years ago, whatever they are on YouTube, where he's doing a lot of heavy work, and he has most of his mass. So you can tell that these guys built their mass using progressive overload, however the methods involved. Now, when it comes to stuff like, can you build muscle using lighter weight? You can build muscle using relatively lighter weight. What we understand, and this is something that Dr. Brad Schoenfeld talked about in this blog post or article, if you will, is like rep ranges really don't matter. What matters is, are you progressing in those rep ranges? So when people say use lighter weight, you can use 20 rep sets. That's a lighter weight. You can build muscle with lighter weight, but guess what? You still need progressive overload. You still need progressive overload. So when somebody says you can use lighter weight, you can use lighter weight. You don't have to do 5 rep bench. You don't have to do 5x5s on bench, right? You don't have to do 3x5. You don't have to do that heavy intensity stuff. Let's say your bench, you could do 225x5. You don't need to train like that to build muscle. You could do 135x20. You can. I have a lot of my clients do protocols that involve 5, 10, 10, 20. We're doing a lot of volume. You can build muscle on that stuff. You can build muscle using lighter weight. But the linchpin, the key, is that lighter weight still requires progressive overload. So if you decide to train your bench 135x20, you still have to bring it up, because if you're not challenging yourself, and the key here is challenging yourself challenging yourself. It's not about strength. It's not about how strong can you get. It's about improving. That's the key. Improving over time. That's progressive overload, and that requires strength progression. There's no way around that. Strength is something that helps you build muscle. So if you go lighter weight, hey, you can build muscle using lighter weight. Yes, you can. Do 135 by 20 on bench and get a lot stronger. Get that up to 185 by 20. Get that up by 205 by 20. It's still lighter weight. You're not doing triples or doubles or ego lifting, right? So let's step back a minute. One thing that I can't stress enough, and this is something that I focus on in my training. I'm not just a get stronger type of guy. I want you controlling the weight, okay? While I don't consider it mind-muscle connection, when you control the weight and you use proper form, the muscles that are involved are going to work the way they need to work to maximize your muscle, to maximize your muscle growth. So when I see guys will come to me and they'll do lat pull downs and they look like they're having a seizure, ramming them out really quickly or doing a machine row and look like they're having a seizure. One of the first things I tell them is slow down, control the weight. Control the weight. We're not after super slow-mo eccentrics, but we want control. This will reduce the likelihood of injury, and this will increase overall tension on the body. And just general control is great for hypertrophy. Controlling the weight, getting the most seconds you can out of that weight during a set. Again, we're not trying to super slow-mo a sets, but you don't want to just do something super fast and knock out 10 reps in 10 seconds. Not a lot of value in that. So control is something I teach when I'm instructing people. You control the weight or the weight controls you. When I'm doing a lat pull down, I do not try to do it super fast. I try to drive my elbows and shoulders back and get a feeling, not a mind muscle. I'm not trying to connect with the muscle. I'm trying to connect with the movement. I'm trying to get the most I can out of the movement using proper form. So we have that aspect, the control. So you're controlling the muscle. You're in a good place. That will assist with muscle building. The second thing I focus on, and I focused on this forever, since my first book, Massive Iron, which has now sold pretty much close to 20,000 digital copies, if you can believe that. And I appreciate everybody's support. 10, 20, I don't know. It's ridiculous. But in Massive Iron, I taught, get the most out of a set you can. A lot of people talk about mechanical tension in the lifting world, and maybe even guys like Ryan Humiston might even do it, right? We know guys like Paul Carter, I believe, talk about it. Guys like Brad Schoenfeld, Dr. Mike. We all know what mechanical tension is. But here's something most people don't know. When you are in the middle of a set, if you leave 3 or 4 reps on the table, you're not maximizing mechanical tension. The deeper into a set you go, the more muscle fibers you're going to need to recruit because there's fatigue, and the more muscle tension, the more mechanical tension that is generated. So basically, the deeper into a set you go, the more muscle building power you are going to get out of that set. Now, I want you to practice safe sets. Push the set for as many quality reps as possible. Stop that set when you feel like you're going to fail on the next rep or when your form is going to break down. I'm not for reckless training. I'm for safe sets, safe progress. And every exercise is different. Some are more forgiving, some are less forgiving. I don't want you trained to failure on squats and deads, but you could train to failure almost every day on bench without a lot of punishment. So it's not about failure. It's about pushing a set for as many quality reps as you can. Stop that set when you feel like you're going to fail on the next rep or when you feel like your form is going to break down. That's my method. So if you do that, you're getting more mechanical tension out of a set. You're getting more muscle building power out of a set, right? So To say I'm just a strength guy, not correct. I don't focus on mind-muscle connection, but I focus on connecting with the movement, having good control. I focus on smart hypertrophy, getting the most out of sets you can, which nearly any expert involved with the hypertrophy realm knows that's probably a really good thing. So you can go on the internet and listen to these guys that say you don't need heavy weight or you don't need to get strong. It's bullshit. No matter what you do, no matter what style of training you do, if you stay where you are right now today and you don't try to progressive overload, this isn't about strength. This isn't about getting to a 5 arbitrary strength numbers. If you don't try to improve over time using that method, you're not going to build muscle. The body will adapt in 3 to 4 weeks with that weight, with that protocol, whatever it is. You're not going to build any more muscle. Period. End of story. You stagnate in the gym, you stagnate with muscle building. So guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. If you made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.